This is WNEP TV 16, the news station. Now, Nolan Johannes, Karen Harch, Jack Ruland in Skycam 16, meteorologist Tom Clark with his backyard forecast, and Tim Carlson Sports. This is Newswatch 16.
In Lackawanna County, the Borough Council in Archbald has approved a building permit for a new cogeneration plant. That plant, which turns coal or cone piles into energy, will create several hundred construction jobs while it's being built and will create 50 permanent jobs once the plant gets into operation. The $54 million construction project will begin next month. Karen?
There's a new budget on the books tonight in Scranton, and unless you have some type of business in the city, there's not much difference between last year's taxes and those for 1987. But for business people, it means higher taxes. The mercantile tax doubles. That's a tax on gross wholesale and retail sales. It jumps from 1 mill to 2 mills. Also, the city is establishing a business privilege tax. The Scranton School District already collects 6 mills. Now the city will collect another 2 mills. That tax is on service-related businesses such as doctors, lawyers, and accountants. How are these taxes sitting with Scranton business people? Newswatch 16's Valerie Devine went out today to find out.
The owners here at Bradley Lawless Pontiac Nissan in Scranton didn't catch wind of the tax changes until this morning when I called to ask for an interview. John Lawless tells me he's not happy about the increase in the mercantile tax or the addition of a business privilege tax. In the end, it will cost him thousands of dollars more to run his dealership.
I feel a little bit overtaxed. A lot has been laid on the businessman in the city of Scranton, and I just look at this as another unbelievable burden.
Lawless tells me if there was a way he could pick up and move his business out of the city, he would. But for now, he says he's resigned himself to the fact that he'll have to pay the taxes. Besides car dealerships, there are other businesses hit hard by Scranton's new tax plan. Dentists, doctors, and others who own service-related businesses will also have to dig deeper into their pockets to help pay Scranton's new business privilege tax. That tax is added to the mercantile tax Dr. Albert Hazuri already pays to the city of Scranton. He also has resigned himself to the fact that the taxes are something everyone has to pay.
Personally, I think everyone is opposed to increased taxes. But specifically in my situation, I work in downtown Scranton at the Medical Arts Building. I live in Scranton, and I service a lot of the people in the downtown area. And I read the papers, and they say that we have to come up with more money, so I think this is a way they're trying to do it.
Scranton's efforts to raise more money will begin very soon. The new budget with the tax changes in it takes effect January 1st. Valerie Devine, Newswatch 16, Scranton.
When Newswatch 16 continues, live satellite reports from Arizona. We'll hear about a quarterback sharpening his game plans for the Penn State-Miami matchup.
And spectators being greeted Arizona style. Also, we'll talk with some fans there who left today for the land of sun and sand.
When I'm outside in weather that cold, man, I want to be prepared with an all-weather Delco Freedom battery. Even flash frozen with sub-zero liquid gas. Delco comes through start after start. Just remember, Delco is the world's leading producer of maintenance-free batteries.
A 60-month AC Delco battery is on sale for $48.50. With a $5 rebate from AC Delco, your final cost is $43.50.
An old hospital in Luzerne County is becoming a bridge to better times for some women who need a place to stay. The Bridge Housing Program has fixed up the old Pittston Hospital. That's where Newswatch 16's Mark Davis is live right now.
Mark, what is this home all about?
Karen and Nolan, this home is all about women and children, people in certain situations who lack the money and the skills to make it on their own. Well, now, for up to a year, this old hospital can be their new home. Pittston Hospital has been vacant for nearly 6 years. Now, Bernie Olson and Carly Wetzel, with the help of many others, have brought the third floor back to life. A $250,000 state grant for housing, which had been earmarked for a homeless shelter, was instead spent for the renovations of 25 rooms for semi-independent living. The shelter project is still tied up in court, and it was either use the money or return it to the state. The hospital was just what the doctor ordered to fill another housing need in the county, displaced women.
What makes this program unique is that these individuals will be able to cross that bridge through means of various supportive services that we will be networking those individuals into, from the bridge between economically disadvantaged and economic self-sufficiency.
The program allows the women and their children to stay here for up to a year while paying nominal rent, getting counseling and job training. The goal, self-sufficiency, making it in the outside world. Now, the people here classify this program this way. They say it's a hand up, not a hand out. And he said that's very important. The renovations are complete, and the first women should be moving in sometime right after the first of the year. Mark Davis, Newswatch 16, live with the Instacam in Pittston.
Thank you, Mark. Fiesta Bowl fever is spreading throughout Pennsylvania, and some people are heading west to the desert to cool off. A busload of fans left the Scranton area around noon today, catching a jet in New York to fly to Tempe. We talked with some of them about all the excitement.
And the whole bit, so we go the whole 9 yards. It's been a good time.
He went to Miami, so my sons all went to Temple, so I have mixed emotions about the game, but naturally my heart is in Pennsylvania.
My wife and I love Arizona. We've been there several times, and primarily we're there to beat Miami.
One thing they will all run into once they get to Arizona is the beauty of the desert. Newswatch 16's Mike Stevens traveled to Pennsylvania, or is it the Arizona road?
There's a lot of things you notice out here. We did when we first walked out of the hotel in the morning. You can swim here, for example, outdoors, in December. Go for a little ride, and other differences between here and home drag your eye off the road. The mountains, jagged handfuls of rock sticking up out of an otherwise even horizon. Folks build houses up on the sides of some of them. They put them in places you'd think no one would bother. It's truly high society. The front lawns of homes are pretty neat, too. Cactus grows on them like you and I'd plant white birch. Forget cutting the lawn. If you need to tidy up, just run out to the desert and get a bucket of sand. Mountain Shadows is the resort where the Penn State team and a lot of fans are staying. The fans and alumni have been here, enjoying themselves like Christine and Venetia Ustinowski of Hazelton, basking in the glow of an Arizona sun.
You're still to the desert. You reckon Penn State information and help you.
Some others thought they'd mix in a little vacation time with their game watching.
See what's in the area, check the natural areas, go into the foothills, visit with some relatives, and probably check in on the Penn State players once in a while, see what they're up to.
I'm here to check out the Indians, get a suntan, away from the books, you know, enjoy myself.
Enjoy the sun, get a suntan when I go back to State College, watch Penn State win the national championship.
A lot of folks, no matter what else they do this week, will turn their attention to that this Friday. At the Bull, work is going on to get it all ready. We'll tell you about that tonight on The Update. I'm Mike Stevens, via satellite on the Penn State Road to the Fiesta Bowl.
Boy, that sky. Sounds like he's having a good time, doesn't it? Well, we'll get back to more mundane things, such as the Weather Watch with our chief meteorologist, Tom Clark. He's not mundane, but...
Yeah, I was going to ask you there.
The weather.
Well, we got lucky today. We just missed out on having a big snowstorm here in eastern Pennsylvania. We're looking at where that storm is tonight and how the weather is shaping up for New Year's Eve. You're watching Newswatch 16 on WNEP TV, and we're proud to serve Berwick and all of Columbia County.
We think you deserve better when it comes to the little things, like knowing your name and being here when you need us.
And save on Tropicana orange juice, 12-ounce cans, 79 cents. Geno's 10-inch pizza, 99 cents each. Or center-cut rib pork chops, 3 pounds or more, $1.79 a pound.
We think about the little things that make shopping at IGA a pleasure.
Wendy's presents hot and juicy hamburgers. If you've ever had a dry, chewy hamburger, you're gonna love Wendy's hot and juicy hamburgers. Introducing Wendy's new Big Classic and a special combo offer. Big Classic, regular fries, medium soft drink, very special price. The Big Classic combo, and lots of napkins.
Well, tomorrow night's New Year's Eve, and I'll bet you Tom can really be specific about tomorrow night's weather. Tom?
We have a good idea now, Nolan. Last night we were saying it would probably be okay for getting to and from the party or whatever you have planned. It still looks good for tomorrow night, as the weather will even improve I think, as we go tomorrow from what we had today. Just a few patches of light snow across the area this afternoon. I was coming down off of Penobscot Mountain today, and just a dusting on some of the trees there. But elsewhere, no problems, and the heavy rain and snow is now falling out over the ocean, and we'll look at that storm in just a moment. Let's begin up in Sullivan County tonight. The cold spot, Lopez, where Mike Siemens reports a few snow flurries and 26 degrees. Diane Popnick down there in Barnesville has 30 in her backyard, and Kay Spiegelmeyer in Selinsgrove. A few snow showers there today, a few slick spots in some places, but 30 now under cloudy skies. Tonight's holiday house is beautiful, and it belongs to Mr. and Mrs. Earl Houston along Main Street in Avoca. Very nice display for the holidays. 32 out back, humidity 79%, the wind north at 9. It's kind of cold out here tonight. The barometer holding steady at 29.85. The range in temperature this day, well, 35 and 27, 57 back in 1984, 13 below zero. The record low for the date, and 14 was the low 1 year ago today. Now, for the year 1986, there was a temperature range of 91 degrees here in the backyard. The hottest day was July 7th with 91, and the coldest day came on January 15th with a bone-chilling 0. Now, my weather station up there in Mountaintop, I registered 9 below on that date, and 94 back on the 7th. So quite a large range the past 365 days. Here's the satellite view from late last night. Keep your eyes up along the East Coast, and we'll put the clouds into motion. Notice the bright clouds. Big storm developing off the East Coast this afternoon. That's the latest view there. The storm center is east of Delaware, but it's far enough out to sea, as we thought it would be by this time today, to spare us of having any rain or heavy snow. It's all coming down now over southern New England. This storm will just affect us overnight in the form of a gusty northerly wind, as I can feel blowing out back now. Just a few snow flurries over the state now. This high pressure system will move in and probably begin to clear us out as we head through the day tomorrow, but still a lot of clouds to the west this evening. And you can just see how beautiful it was out across southern Arizona with temperatures in the upper 60s today. Here's the radar view. There is the heavy rain and snow falling offshore, raining and snowing now in New York City. Just a few snow flurries across Pennsylvania. The sunrise time for tomorrow morning is 7:29 and 4:44 sunset tomorrow. Scattered flurries tonight, breezy, 27 out back. A clearing trend tomorrow, 39 degrees. A dry night tomorrow night, probably mostly clear. We begin the new year with some sunshine, then increasing cloudiness, a chance for some more light snow heading into early Friday, and the weekend. Saturday looks good at this point. So we'll have an update tonight at 11. We'll see you then.
Okay, Tom, thank you. The Sports Watch is next with Albie Oxenrider in for Tim Carlson and the Super 16.
Plus a live report from Arizona where Tim will profile this year's Heisman winner.
Years ago, mothers who cared gave their children the one laxative specially made gentle for children, Fletcher's Castoria. And today, mothers who care still prefer natural, good-tasting Fletcher's Castoria.
When you heard turn on the heat, there's no beating deep heating. For soothing warmth, penetrating relief of minor arthritis, pain, and stiffness, turn on the heat. Mentholatum Deep Heating Rub. There's no beating deep heating.
Don't be a crab, put a smile on your face.
If you're not in the mood to eat out, then take out from Vic Mar's famous seafood restaurant in Edwardsville. Fresh shrimp, crabs, clams, even lobster are prepared to go. And you can call ahead if you're in a hurry for unexpected dinner guests, a cozy late-night supper, or just a vacation from cooking. Vic Mar's can fill your order for delicious seafood.
We're really cooking at Vic Mar's, seafood for every taste.
Well, I can never get enough of looking at the beautiful sights of Arizona this time of year.
Isn't that nice? That gets me in the mood. It's only December. We have a long way to go. Almost January, though. No question about it. The Fiesta Bowl is the most talked about subject in sports this week and for the rest of the year. Now, in Tempe, over 130 television crews and 900 reporters are on hand to cover the game. And one of those mild-mannered reporters is Sports Watch 16's Tim Carlson. He joins us now live via satellite from Tempe. Timmy, 3 days till game time.
Yeah, Albie, and I'll tell you what, it's starting to get to be nervous time around here for a lot of people, but everybody's still having a pretty good time. Even some of the players are a little bit uptight. You can start to see that now. You know, in this kind of a national championship bowl game situation, there always seems to be a couple of players who grab the headlines away from everybody else. And, of course, the one young man who seems to get the most ink and the most press from everybody is Miami quarterback Vinny Testaverde, and he's been the subject of many conversations around here this week.
Ball at the 33, and Testaverde.
The big talk about Testaverde's talent is well-founded, considering what he's done in 2 years as a starter for Miami. This year alone, his stats are big-time stuff. A 63.4% completion rate, tops in the country. He threw for almost 2,600 yards and 26 touchdowns with just 9 interceptions. Those kind of stats help the Hurricanes finish second in the nation in scoring, averaging over 38 points a game.
I don't know whether there's a better balanced offensive team that I've ever seen in college, and the more you look at him, the more you come to that kind of a conclusion. And I think obviously Testaverde's a guy that makes it go, and for that reason you've got to respect him, and they're going to be a challenge for us.
Of course, Coach Paterno knows Vinny is human, and there is a sure way to stop him, but it could be dangerous.
If you can get to him, if you can get to him, obviously that's a plus. But you're taking an awful shot. You're really taking a shot and giving up the bomb.
When Vinny Testaverde and the Miami offense take the field for the first time here at Sun Devil Stadium Friday night, the people that are sitting here and the people watching all over the country will be focusing on him. And that's a lot of pressure. But Miami head coach Jimmy Johnson says the pressure on the Heisman Trophy winner is no problem for one big reason.
He loves playing football. He is at his best, and he is most relaxed when he's out on the field. That's what he wants to do. He'll not be uptight when he walks on the field.
I don't feel there's going to be any pressure on me. You know, there's so many talented athletes out there on my side of the ball that I don't have to feel that I got to get the job done myself.
And, of course, Vinny does not have to get the job done himself. He's got a great offensive line and a couple of fine running backs in that backfield with him. And it'll be interesting to see just how Miami sets the tempo of the game as far as offense go. Of course, the practices continued for both teams today, kind of light practices. The big heavy work was done last week. And tonight, on the update, live from Tempe once again, actually Scottsdale is where we are at the Mountain Shadows Resort where Penn State players are staying. We'll talk about the other quarterback. Yep. Penn State quarterback John Schaefer. So, Albie, we'll be looking forward to showing you just what John Schaefer can do for the Penn State Nittany Lions this Friday night in the national championship game.
Timmy, enjoyed the story on Vinny Testaverde. See you tonight at 11.
Thanks a lot.
Enjoy it. Okay, now to the Super 16 wrestling poll we promised you. At number 16, the Benton Tigers for the week. At 15, it's the Bishop O'Hara Bruins for the second straight week. The East Stroudsburg Cavaliers are 14. Nazareth is 13. Montgomery is 12. The Danville Ironmen are this week's number 11 team. The Northeast Bradford Panthers stay in the number 10 position. Liberty's our number 19. Abington Heights comes in at number 8. The Bald Eagle Nittany Panthers are this week's number 17. Easton comes in at number 6. The Tawana Black Knights are number 5. Myers is our number 14 for the week. Central Columbia is number 3. North Schuylkill, our number 2 team. And for the second straight week, in the 2 weeks of the poll, Shikellamy comes in as our number 1 team. I'm getting more and more envious of the people out in Tempe who have more than 11. It's fun.
Well, stand by because we're going back to Arizona next.
And we'll have another live satellite report in just a minute.
1986, a year to remember. The most wanted men are your Northeast Nissan dealers. Thomas L. Dodds, Williamsport, J. Robert Lawless, Scranton, Randy R. Mott, Stroudsburg, and Frederick R. Schuler, Wilkes-Barre. The Nissan dealers gather to discuss their year-end clearance. The offer, financing as low as 3.9% or cash back up to $800 on selected new Nissan trucks. Authorities can find nothing wrong with this incredible offer.
T-minus 20 seconds and counting. German ignition device. Cycling heat. T-minus 15 seconds. Combustion chamber. Secondary heat exchanger. T-minus 10 seconds. Asterisk burst. 5, 4, 3, 2. We have ignition.
This winter, you too will be able to take off a surprising amount from your annual gas bill, thanks to a reduction in natural gas rates made possible by Pennsylvania Gas and Water Company.
Let's go back now live via satellite to Arizona, where Tim Carlson and Mike Stevens are both standing by.
And both of you guys have already told us what we're going to get from you from 11 tonight. How about what it looks like down there, Mike Stevens? Do you see any bit of home in your travels?
Well, I'll tell you, I see home, Nolan, of about maybe 4 or 5 months ago. Two things I got out of this area so far that show me how far away we really are here in Tempe, Arizona, away from home. This morning at 9 o'clock, there were two elderly folks out across from the hotel from us, and they were wearing short-sleeve shirts. And on the way down here to do this live shot tonight, they had just finished mowing the lawn in the back of the hotel. So that tells you how far apart we all are. Tim. Meantime, I'll put my sunglasses on. We'll see you later.
Oh,
Okay,
don't work too hard, you guys.
All right. That's it. That's Newswatch 16 for tonight.
Enjoy your evening.